Hello, everyone. Welcome to Maranatha Call. Hope you all are doing well. Just wanted to get on here and do a quick video. This is from Luke chapter 7, verse 28. For I say to you, among those born of women, there is not a greater prophet than John the Baptist, but he who is least in the kingdom of God is greater than he. Without going into too much detail into what this verse is talking about, it stuck out to me what he said about least in the kingdom of God. There's a concept here that I want to point out that is also found in the parable of the minas in Luke chapter 19. And it is that there are differing levels of, for lack of a better word, authority in the kingdom of God. We're going to look at another verse to go along with that. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 17 through 18. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, is working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we do not look at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporary, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Just like Paul mentions, I can't remember where, but he basically says we are baptized into Christ's death. And also we have his resurrection life in us as well. But what that means is in this current life, just like Jesus being our example, he came as a suffering servant to do his Father's will, and then he was glorified. So those characteristics of Christ's death and resurrection are to be manifested in the Christian life as well. And with the realization that there is a coming kingdom, it's now but not yet. There's this paradox of the kingdom of heaven, I think, of now and not yet. And make no mistake about it, there's more coming to the kingdom of God. And just like in the parable of the minas, just like what I read to you about least in the kingdom of God, it implies that there are differing positions. So it's a perspective shift. And I think when we make this perspective shift, it will help us be prepared for the Lord's coming. Because just like Jesus said, if you seek to save your life, you'll lose it. But if you lose it for my sake, you'll find it. And like where he said, seek first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added to you. Right now, and especially in my generation, among my contemporaries, life is consumed with trying to gain all these things that you want, social status, and just trying to assert yourself in our culture, and it's all temporary things that are passing away. But the perspective shift is to look at the kingdom which is coming and live for the Lord now as a servant, just like Jesus showed us, because it is so easy to become distracted by this life in such a way where we lose that perspective on our lives, and our lives suddenly become all about trying to gain all these things that are temporary, that are passing away. We are not to live our best life now in that sense. Our lives are to be just like Jesus' life when he came. So it is an encouragement to seek first the kingdom of God because it's coming. And we want to be ready for him when he comes. We want to be found in him, doing his will when he comes, not getting distracted with trivial things that steal our time and get our perspective off. We want to focus on the things which are eternal. And just like Colossians chapter 3 says, set our mind on things above, not on things on the earth. Jesus is coming very quickly, and now is the time to stop wasting time with things that just frankly don't matter at all, and realize that we are here Just like Jesus came, we're here for a reason, so we should find out what is pleasing to the Lord and do that. And let Christ's life be manifested in us as well. It's so easy to get distracted with things that don't matter. Now is the time to wake up out of sleep and watch and pray that we fall not into temptation. He's coming. Be encouraged. He's fitting us right now for his kingdom. And the things that matter are just those simple everyday things, those simple everyday choices that we make that will either draw us closer to the Lord or pull us away after this world, which is so not worth it. So be encouraged. He is coming, and let's be found occupying and redeeming the time. God bless you guys. Love each and every one of you. Maranatha.